What's happening, you guys? Wasabi! Alright, today is Friday night, the 18th of October. Alright, it is about 8:20-ish in the evening. We're currently heading eastbound on Interstate 64 in Kentucky. Alright, we're going to be picking up a load at the Smithfield facility in Grayson, Kentucky. Grayson is about halfway between Lexington, Kentucky and Charleston, West Virginia, as you see there. Now you got that note, and I'll go ahead and zoom in, and you can see, since you can see where we're at now with relation to Cincinnati, Lexington, and all that. Anyway, now, yeah, it's right before we start going into the hills, if I recall, that separate basically Kentucky from West Virginia. There is a Love's truck stop there off that same exit. I've been to that Love's before, I know for sure. I don't remember too much about it. In fact, I remember I got annoyed with the employee there or something like that before, but don't remember too much else. Doesn't take too much to annoy me anyway, though. Anyway, that same exit that Love's is off of is where our shipper is at. On the other side of the freeway, though. Should be real simple getting into there. It's basically on a dead-end street that will take you right into the customer area. Alright, it'll be my first time going there, so I don't know what else to expect. It doesn't look like a very huge facility on the satellite view, so look like it should be pretty straightforward, simple, whatever. I do expect that it's a drop and hook pickup. I am late though. It was supposed to get picked up I think 6 something this evening, but I had my delivery I had to make at Walmart in London, Kentucky first. That went pretty well overall, but I did post this on my TikTok. If you don't follow me on TikTok, you might not know, so I'm gonna go ahead and rehash it here. That load, I was a little bit concerned about the weight of it. It wasn't billed heavy. It was only billed as 32,000 pounds. If I'm not doing anything involving California, normally a 32,000 pound load's not even going to get me on a CAT scale, in all likelihood. But leaving there, getting onto US 64 in Tarboro, North Carolina, getting on at 64, it was a pig getting up to speed. So this ain't no 32,000 pound load. This is like 40,000. I knew it from the way it was accelerating. It was heavier. So I ran a good 120 miles from Tarboro over to Mebane, North Carolina, to the Love's over there. Scaled it out. The weights were legal, but it was every bit of 40,000, actually 42,000 pounds, because my truck weighs 34 and it's scaled at 76,060. And then I just found out this evening while talking to a buddy of mine that he was sitting there in that truck stop in that same parking lot the entire day. So I went right by him and had no idea. And the funny thing is, he tried to call me yesterday too, but it was after I'd already gone through there, and it was during the Dodger game, which I'm like, it's the playoffs. And you guys know I'm a Dodgers fan. I'm not about to miss that. So, they're playing right now, but not going well. So I don't really want to, and I got work to do here. So I don't have the game on at the moment. I just don't feel like dealing with the misery at the moment. It just wasn't looking good earlier. But I don't know. Maybe they'll surprise me and win, or worst case, I'll wait for them to go back to LA for Game 6 and hopefully close it out there. Anyway, I know a lot of you guys aren't such big sports fans. Anthony Griffo, I know you are. I don't know too many of the regulars watching my channel, what you guys all follow. But anyway, so yeah, I got the load picked up. Still did okay, but I had to go past the state skill. Thankfully, it was closed. But then again, I'm glad it's still legal regardless. And had to take a detour route, yeah, because of I-40 being closed over there in western North Carolina. Because that would have been how I'd have gone. Normally, I would have taken I-40 across probably to Knoxville, and then up to I-75 north from Knoxville to get over to London. But what I ended up doing instead was basically go right around the north end of Winston-Salem and cut across that way, basically up to I-77 in Fancy Gap, right there by the North Carolina and Virginia border, and then took 77 across Fancy Gap up to Smithfield, Virginia, right lane closed ahead, and then took 77 south. I thought I was going to go all the way down to I-40 and then go back across to Knoxville, but this both actually, my onboard system was actually suggesting some state route 160, if I remember right, something along that line, in that town in Tennessee, Mitchellville. It's only about a dozen miles north of I-40, and it basically cuts across more diagonally. There's actually, I've actually picked up a load in that same town before at Koch Foods, or Cock Foods, or however you pronounce that. All I can tell you is that company that's based in Ardmore, Oklahoma, because I always see their trucks on I-35 between Oklahoma City and the Texas line, and I know that they're based over there. That same company, though, I picked up a load over there. But anyway, went across that way. That wasn't bad, I guess, at night. Man, about 55 mile an hour limit pretty much the whole way, except for through like a number of towns that I had to go through, or 45 or whatever. That got a little bit annoying. And, I don't know. That might have been a little bit more scenic had I gone through there during the daytime, but probably would have been more traffic to piss me off, too. So, go figure. But alright, so going across that way, what's that, Cumberland Gap Parkway. Yeah, I went across that way to get over to I-75. And right before you get to I-75, on the left side there's a pilot and a blue beacon. Didn't come into play that night, or last night when I was going into London, but today, after I got through delivering my load and needed a washout and fuel, well, that was the closest blue beacon to where I was at. And I decided, it's in Corbin. I think it's Corbin, Corbin, Kentucky, or I think it's something along that name. So I get in there. My first time ever at that place. It didn't take me long at all, really, to get my washout done or to get my fuel, but getting out of there was an ordeal. They got road work going on right there on that street right there, that on Cumberland Gap Parkway, right in front of the truck stops. And then, they have like a no left turn sign, so you can't come out of the truck lot directly onto Cumberland Gap Parkway, at least not legally, because they have no left turn signs right there, so you're only allowed to make a right. But there's this other, like this alley lane thing, whatever, that's just on the south side of the Huddle House there. Because you got Blue Beacon over here on the northeast side of the Pilot. Right next to it is this Huddle House, and then right on the other side of the Huddle House is that alley thing. Well, that alley thing comes out onto this side street. Well, guess what's on the other side of that side street? Walmart. An actual store, Walmart. And it's in the afternoon. Friday afternoon. And I think like 4 p.m. or whatever, or 6 p.m. or whatever it is. How do you think that's going to look there? And then that damn traffic light, where everybody trying to come from both sides of the highway, the truck stops or Walmart onto Cumberland Gap, or from the opposite side. the damn light would not stay green long enough, and traffic could never get through. That took me at least a good 15-20 minutes just to get from the fuel island at Pilot to where I finally was getting onto Cumberland Gap Parkway. Holy shit. Remind me to never stop there again. Or at least not while all that construction's going on. Now, I'd much rather have done something different, but needed a trailer washout. I don't know, maybe I could have washed out my trailer. Swept my trailer instead, but... And the funny thing is, my load assignment for this load, it was suggesting, this is why I don't pay attention to a lot of instructions, especially when they're driver provided. Because I know these instructions, this info came from a driver. Oh yeah, there's a truck wash in Jeffersonville about 50 miles from the shipper. It's a lot closer than Corbin, and so as they're basically suggesting that it's much better to go to that place, the one in Jeffersonville, than to go to the one in Corbin. Okay, I'm like, where the hell are you coming from? Where Jeffersonville is the close one, because Jeffersonville is. I know where Jeffersonville is at. There's a Love's right there, and there's actually a TA and other stuff there. It's right where I-70. I always get the two mixed up. Is it 75? 75 and 71. I get the two mixed up. You go up basically from Cincinnati up toward, I think it's Columbus. That's 75, and I think 71 goes across over to Dayton, or it might have it backward. I can't remember, but the one that goes up toward Columbus, before you get to Columbus, you get US 35. And right there at US 35, where it meets with insert interstate here, the one I'm talking about, that's Jeffersonville. Not anywhere near where I'm at. And then I even had the Blue Beacon map pulled up. And I went ahead and zoomed out where you can see this customer, Grayson. You see Grayson on the east, and then it zoomed out enough. It looks like my blue dot is right there on top of the Blue Beacon in Corbin, and no other Blue Beacons anywhere near. There's one I think up in Cincinnati, which was way out of the way, and that's it. Or who came up with this shit? Where are you guys coming? You see things through your own little tunnel vision world. You have no idea where other people are coming from, and you're given helpful tips that are not applicable to anybody who's not coming from the same direction as you or from the same customer as you. So it just cracked me up there with that. But I don't know, in hindsight, it was just a load of pies that I took over there from North Carolina, so not like I was going to find blood in the trailer. I guess in hindsight, I would have rather gone back to the truck stop that I was parked at right over there by right down the street from Walmart in London. It's only 4 miles down that same road there, right before you get onto I-75. Could have just stopped there and swept out my trailer at that rate, but I wasn't sure if these guys were going to expect to see a washout receipt or anything like that. It's been a long time since I've seen that. I don't know the only time I've ever had to give a washout receipt with JCT or Hirschbach was when I was delivering an egg load in Ramona, California. And for whatever weird sanitary reasons, they want you to wash the outside of your tractor and trailer within 100 miles of their location, and it has to be on the same day as well. That's the only time, though, that I've ever had to do actually show proof of a truck wash. Then there was another time I picked up at the Tyson plant in Amarillo, and they have their own wash out there. I could have used, but I didn't at the I think I had at the time I didn't know I was going there, and I had already washed out my trailer before that. So you're gonna pull this slow down in front of me crap again, because you're gonna piss me off if you do. I've already had to deal with a couple of people doing that. Yeah, and I already see they're slowing down. They're down to 70, 71 now. But in that case, I had my blue beacon receipt. And when I went, because I think I was when I was in El Paso. And I did headed up that way from El Paso. And so when I get up there to the Tyson facility, I just showed the guy, as soon as I get out of my truck and he sees me holding my washout receipt in my hand, I'm like, oh man, he was so giddy. He was so happy, like that he wasn't going to have to wash out my trailer. But okay, whatever. I think he was busy doing other stuff, like personal kind of stuff. So, anyway, how do I even get onto that topic there? Probably rambled a bit. We're 3 miles away. We're going to be exiting at State Route 1. Looks like it'll be the very first exit coming up. I can't tell if there's any other exits nearby. Anyway, that Walmart DC delivery though in London, that actually went pretty well overall. First time going to that one, and I had a 3:15 or so appointment time, and I was out of there by 4:30ish. I think. It wasn't even 5 o'clock, I can give you that much. So, for a Walmart, that was pretty quick. And it wasn't even a pull-and fax type of delivery. They actually, checked the inventory and checked everything, and that's practically unheard of. Now, pull-and fax, I've seen them go that quick before. It's not far from that speed before, but not a pull-and fax where they're going to do a full-blown inspection on it and whatever, and if there's any OS&Ds you have to deal with it. No, that's first time for me for a Walmart. I was impressed. That's saying a lot. Alright, what else? I was going to talk about something else here, but there was enough there where we can I guess events about going from Tarboro to London to here, that we'll just call it a day with that. Because what I had in mind to talk about kind of came about from a friend of mine who used to drive for JCT. He drives for Western Flyer Express now. But we follow each other on TikTok, and I saw him responding to somebody apparently who he knows who just got his CDL recently. And he was kind of trying to give the guy a pep talk, but I misread what he said at first. What the other guy said, it was a screenshot that he was replying to, a comment that he's replying with the video to.
Take the exit.
And but it gave me an idea, a couple of different ideas right there, just based on content that I can talk about on top of all the other stuff I can be talking about. So we'll shutter that and wait till we get to our next stop. I'll tell you at the end of the video where we're going with this one. We're going to be exiting right here. The Loves is right over here on the right. Cross over, and then it'll be a right turn after we get past the on-ramp onto that street over there. And that should be a dead-end street. Takes us right into Smithfield. Oh, you damn it, you stupid bump. On a different note, that same friend I was talking about almost getting to meet up with in Mebane, North Carolina. I didn't know that he was there. He told me this evening, that Flagstaff was getting hit hard by snow. I'm like, what? Where'd that come from? Because I've been watching the weather forecast over there. Actually the whole U.S., and the only snow forecast I saw anywhere in the U.S. was up here in like Maine, New York and stuff. And it wasn't much. It was there, but not a lot. And all of a sudden, and I look at 48-hour forecast. So he caught me by surprise saying that, and I looked, and sure enough, I'll be damned. It sure is. It sure is snowing in Flag right now. Let's go ahead and look like we got room there, but just in case. Alright, yeah, we're good there. That camera works wonders. I'm so used to using the camera because it gives me better lighting and all that than looking at the actual mirrors themselves. Plus, the flat mirror, I'm more limited on how much I could see with it. The camera, what you guys could see on the video feed is the same thing that I see, but bigger, you know, bigger view basically. Kind of a weird place. It almost seems like a weird place to have a Smithfield plant. Yeah, let's have a pork facility right down the street from a slaughterhouse, right by these by these motels. I'm assuming it's a slaughterhouse. That's what. Yeah, well, and some of these meat suppliers actually just have distribution centers that where they don't actually kill, but you know, they just kind of distribute everything out. But most of the time, yeah, where these meat suppliers I go to are actually kill plants. Okay, I do see a guard shack there, and then a gate with restricted. Yeah. So, all right, we'll get stopped up there, get checked in, and then hopefully my load will be ready. Not a lot of people here right now, but you know, not a lot of employees based on how many cars I see here and how much room is in the lot. Okay, I do see a JCT trailer sitting over there with the reefer unit running, so I don't know, might be all right there. Hopefully we'll be out of here pretty quick. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and drop our trailer over here, basically right by the other JCT and Hirschbach trailers, and our load is ready to go. It's either going to be a newer JCT trailer or a Hirschbach trailer. Alright. 40404 is what we're looking for. Which is funny because the trailer that we're dropping right now is 40303. That is not mine. Looking at these other trailers over here to see if one of them is mine, but I don't see it. Yeah. All right. As soon as I saw the front end of the other, not the JCT, but the one that's next to it, is what I was looking for. But I'm over rotating. I was trying to put it next to the other JCT trailer, but gotta watch that those blocks over there too. Get this trailer a little bit closer to the other one, and then we'll cut it over. I can't see the lines. I have no idea where I'm at in relation to the lines. Get a little bit closer because it seems like I might be a little, I don't know, I can tell there's a line over there next to the other trailer, but I can't tell where the line is on this one, but looks like we should be all right here. I don't want to get too close to that one because whoever ends up hooking to that one, they'll have trouble getting their landing gear if I'm too close. Alright, let's go ahead and get disconnected and then we'll figure out where our trailer is here. Alright guys, found our trailer. It is, did it actually disconnect? Alright, yeah, it did. I wasn't getting the indication on my dash that it disconnected, but it actually did. Okay, yeah, just like he was saying, the second trailer from the end over here. That's gonna be actually the third. And based on the blue that I see up there, I can tell that it's a one of the newer JCT logoed ones. Yeah, that's it. Okay, not much room to work with there either, so I'm gonna have to plan on hopefully the trailer's sitting low enough where I can raise my airbags up and get the landing gear off the ground so I can pull it out and be able to crank the gear. Nope. I should already be feeling it and I'm not, so I'm gonna have to raise the bags just to even get the fifth wheel to hook up, and which means it's a better chance I'm not going to be able to get the landing gear up with that space there. Alright guys, pretty simple here. This is going easy, I guess. I actually turned out I was able to get the landing gear up without too much. It was tight, but I was able to actually crank it, no problem. Alright, we'll go ahead and get out of this spot now. I'm wondering if this line is where I'm supposed to stage before checking out, or is that line right there supposed to be where I'm supposed to stage or something, or? I noticed there's that line right there. Am I supposed to go behind it and stop there so I'm not blocking anything? Right. Okay.
There you go, Scott.
I appreciate it.
Good, bye.
You too. Guys, we'll get out the gate real quick, and then I gotta send my all my pictures and stuff that I gotta do. We'll be out of here. We'll talk about we'll get over toward the Loves, and we'll talk about where it's going to. This guard here is pretty friendly, by the way. Watch my header board over there too. Yeah, alright, we're good. Okay, only downfall with this process here, while I'm in the drop spots, the ideal time to be sending my departure stuff. Actually, it looks like there might be space here for me to. I was concerned that I was gonna block any of these this traffic here in this lot, but it looks like we're okay. So go ahead and we'll come up here, and I'll go ahead and do what I gotta do, and then we'll get out of here. Well, actually, you know what? Why not? Okay, it is a 35,000 pound load. It is going to Temple, Texas, which I've been to many times. It's not due until Monday. It'll be easy to get it there. I'll need 2 shifts to do it, but I can be there earlier part of Sunday, so it won't be a problem at all. I got a fresh 70-hour clock for when I picked the other load up, the previous load up, so no issues there. But anyway, yeah, that's where we're heading to next. I don't know what route I'm going to take yet. I think when I was like just seeing what Google suggestions were, and it was basically suggesting to make my way down to I-40 in Arkansas, and then I-30 from Little Rock down to Dallas, and then, or the Dallas area, whatever. And then, and then Temple is down about 100 miles south of the DFW area. Not far from Waco. So that's where that'll be. I'm gonna call this one a night, all right? Good time to do it, where the video's not too excessively long for you either, right? I'll see you guys in Temple, all right? You all have a good night. We'll see you then.